see everybody out here today. I'm very happy to be here.
Witam, miło wszystkich powitać.
I will be doing this presentation in English, and Eric will help with some translation.
Trener będzie mówił po angielsku, ja pozwolę sobie tłumaczyć i pomagać wam w zrozumieniu.
One of the great things about the national team coaching situation is the chance to meet so many people and coaches who love basketball in a country such as Poland.
Jedną z zalet i z fantastycznych rzeczy, jeżeli chodzi o prowadzenie kadry narodowej, to jest możliwość poznania cudownych ludzi kochających koszykówkę w takim kraju jak Polska.
It's very interesting to me to see the game and how it's coached and how it's taught in different places throughout the world.
I kolejną rzeczą jest możliwość oglądania, obserwacji wielu meczów w różnych częściach świata.
What we'll do today is give you a little look at a couple things that we do with the national team.
To, co dzisiaj chcemy przedstawić, to jest spojrzenie, czy tam przedstawienie koncepcji pracy z naszym zespołem narodowym.
This morning we'll take you through basically the walkthrough parts of, give you a look or an example of the walkthrough parts, how we present our defensive details to the team.
Celem dzisiejszej prezentacji jest pokazanie walkthrough, czyli przechodzenie i pokazywanie detali defensywnych, jakie będziemy realizować z naszą reprezentacją.
Later on this afternoon we'll just talk about positive coaching and a positive mentality, kind of the approach to coaching. So I'm very hopeful that this coaching with details and positive coaching presentations can be beneficial for you.
Kolejny wykład będzie dotyczył pozytywnego coachingu, pozytywnego myślenia, pozytywnego podejścia do zawodników i trener ma nadzieję, że te dwa wykłady kompleksowo pozwolą wam zobaczyć coś nowego i coś wyciągnąć z tych wykładów.
To give you a little background, growing up in the United States, my dad was a basketball coach.
Żeby troszeczkę przybliżyć Państwu sylwetkę trenera. Trener wychowując się w Stanach, jego ojciec był również trenerem koszykówki.
He coached at all levels. He was an assistant coach for the Knicks. He coached under Bobby Knight, famous Indiana coach at West Point. He coached Division I college, he coached Division II college, he coached high school. So he coached at all different levels.
Ojciec Mike'a Taylora trenował na wszystkich szczeblach, czyli pracował w klubie NBA, pracował w pierwszej dywizji, jak również na tych niższych szczeblach młodzieżowych.
When I decided that I wanted to be a coach, he basically challenged me to develop my own philosophy on how I believe the game should be played.
Kiedy Mike Taylor chciał zostać trenerem, jego ojciec zmusił go do tego, czy dał mu takie wytyczne i taki cel, żeby sam stworzył swoją filozofię.
Along those lines, he always emphasized having details and coaching with details and practicing and working with details of the game. So just coaching with details. He always emphasized to me the importance of making sure you have a lot of details in what you do.
Ojciec Mike'a Taylora kładł bardzo duży nacisk na to, żeby każdy trening i wszystkie ćwiczenia były bardzo uważnie z detalami przestrzegane, żeby zwracać uwagę na detale. To był główny cel.
When I had the chance to be around the Boston Celtics and their coaches and coaching staff, this was the most significant chance for me to really add defensive details to my coaching game.
Szczególnie kiedy trener pracował w Boston Celtics, tam zobaczył i na własne oczy się przekonał, jak istotne są właśnie szczegóły i detale.
So with these two thoughts in mind, we'll move over here. I hope you can see at least a little bit of the PowerPoint we have. There's a couple slides this morning. The first thing we'll look at, defensive details. I like to start every practice with a defensive with our national team, when we're in training camp, we will start every practice 15 or, if we need more time, 30 minutes of a defensive walkthrough.
Trener jest zwolennikiem, aby każdy trening, również z reprezentacją narodową, zaczynać od defensywnego walkthrough, czyli od przejścia całej obrony. Zajmuje to od 15 minut, natomiast jeżeli potrzeba, zajmuje to nawet do 30 minut każdego treningu.
And the two main points here, it's the best time for players to concentrate, the best time for them to think and pick up new information.
Celem tego jest, aby od samego początku zawodnicy byli skoncentrowani.
The second point is that is the time that you as a coach can kind of set the defensive tone. Let everybody know that defense is a priority for your team and you want to really emphasize this point.
Drugim celem jest nastawienie zawodników na obronę. Pokazanie, że obrona jest tym najważniejszym elementem w koszykówce i w zespole.
So getting back to the 2 points about my dad challenging me to coach with details and then being around the Celtics people who were, you learn a lot. I've come up with 40 situations that comprise our situations for defensive walkthrough.
Dzięki temu, że ojciec Mike'a Taylora mobilizował go do stworzenia własnej filozofii, do koncentracji, trener Taylor dopracował się w tej chwili 40 różnych rozwiązań w obronie, 40 różnych detali.
And as you can see, these 40 situations, that's your basic foundation of your defensive system. So when an opposing team presents this situation in a set play or whatever offense they're doing, the team knows they're prepared how to defend it.
I te 40 sytuacji to jest podstawa całego systemu obrony. Jeżeli drużyna przeciwna zastosuje jakiś manewr, to zawodnicy jego nie są zszokowani, nie są zaskoczeni, ponieważ w tych 40 elementach na pewno w 40 sytuacjach mieści się ta zaistniała.
Typically for our training camp practices, we'll start with 2 or 3 situations a day. So, you figure if you go through 2 or 3 situations a day, you're going to, by the end of training camp, have your complete defensive system covered.
W okresie przygotowawczym na treningach generalnie uczy się 2-3 sytuacji dziennie.
So today what we're going to do is take you through catch and shoot defense, which is defending floppy action screening, and we're going to take you through defending angle pick and roll.
Dzisiaj poruszymy 2 sytuacje. Pierwsza sytuacja to jest chwyt i rzut, druga sytuacja to jest pick and roll w pasie bocznym.
So if you can kind of imagine national team training camp, we have a morning meeting with the team after breakfast, and part of the meeting will be covering these situations. This will be an exact slide that the team sees later in July, catch and shoot situation. You can see we've got a little diagram and all the coaching points that we can cover in our team meeting.
To jest przykładowy slajd, który zespół zobaczy na obozie przygotowawczym w lipcu. Sytuacja catch and shoot, czyli z chwyt i rzut. I właśnie tak będzie wyglądała prezentacja zawodnikom, omówienie detali i wskazówek, jak bronić taką sytuację.
So if you can imagine, we've got a morning meeting where we have our coaching point. We've got Marek Popiolek and Krzysztof Szablowski here within the crowd. I see you guys sitting over here. These guys do a fantastic job creating videos for the team to see. So for example, we'll have catch and shoot defense, we'll have a meeting, discuss the coaching points. These guys will present the video, which will show the guys, so we'll learn it from discussion, we'll see it in video, and then we'll come to the practice court for a walkthrough.
Czyli w praktyce wygląda to w ten sposób, że asystenci, którzy są tutaj obecni na hali, przygotowują wideo, trener pokazuje sytuację, asystenci przedstawiają wideo, omawiają całą sytuację, jest wspólna dyskusja i następnie przechodzą na boisko, żeby realizować to założenie.
So, if we can have our players, our team, come on out.
Zapraszamy graczy.
And we need 1 basketball, so we can get 1 basketball over here. Thank you. we'll just stay down this end, fellas. This will be fine down here.
Zostańcie.
Okay, so basically we'll split our Kootenai All-Star team right here. You guys can be on offense, and you guys are on defense right here, okay? So, for example, I'll take the basketball first. Whichever one of you guys is going to be the point guard for our demonstration, come on up top. All right, he's got the ball. Let's get our 2 and 3 man. 2 and 3. You guys can come right down here. Right under the basket right here, 2 and 3. So you're on the other team. You're on that team right there.
Wy jesteście w ataku.
5 and 13, right? So you just say 13 here, 5 right here, 15 and 6. You guys can come on down here. You're going to be our big men setting screens. One guy here, one guy there. And we can have our walk-through all-star team. You guys can match up. So Marek, you can pick who you want to guard. Marcin, pick who you want to guard. Tomek, and then match up with whoever. So
Znajdź zawodnika, jesteś w obronie.
we need one more guy. We need one more guy. One coach from the audience who wants to step out and be a volunteer. Who should we be?
Jednego trenera.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about. So you're on defense right here, guarding number 13. So, catch and shoot defense. First thing, we're guarding the screening action on the baseline, and we're going to walk you through all the different situations. The first thing with our point guard, we are in a contained situation, and most likely we want to force him to direct the ball weak. So in this case, Marek will take away the right hand, she'll sit on that right hand shoulder, and he will try to influence the ball weak to the left side. Our big man, whatever your terminology would be for a 3-quarter deny position, you're going to be in 3-quarter deny right here with one hand in the passing lane.
Wysoki odcina w pozycji 3/4, a obrońca rozgrywającego spycha go do linii bocznej, zamyka mu lewą stronę.
Same thing on this side, just stay right there, just stay right there. Same thing on this side, 3-quarter deny, one hand in the passing lane. Our perimeter players, we want you to be nose to chest. Nose to chest. So now, I'm lower than my opponent, I'm nose to chest, and I am directing this cut one way or the other.
Obrońcy rzucający muszą zająć taką pozycję, żeby nos znajdował się na wysokości klatki piersiowej i zamykają jedną stronę, czyli zmuszają ich do pójścia w konkretnym kierunku.
So as we direct the cut, we say, get into the body. We want our player to get into the body of the cutter. So now we're into him and we've got control. Get into his body. That's it right there.
Sygnał od trenera jest get into the body, czyli wejście w ciało. Musi być kontakt fizyczny z zawodnikiem.
One of the things about defense that is an important detail is being on time.
Ważny szczegół, żeby to wszystko zrobić na czas, w dobrym, odpowiednim czasie.
So as we defend these screens, when we say on time, we will emphasize with our perimeter players, no separation, no space.
W tym momencie bardzo istotne jest, że nie może być żadnej przerwy między zawodnikami. Cały czas musi być kontakt z nimi. Nie możecie stracić kontaktu.
For our example right now, we are not going to switch. We emphasize keeping our matchups as we want them, so we're not switching if we cross on the baseline action. But let's just say for now, we direct the cut out to the wing. Okay? Stop right here. No switch, we're directing the cut to the wing.
W tej sytuacji nie chcemy, żeby była jakakolwiek zmiana, jakiekolwiek przekazanie w obronie. Dlatego zawodnicy muszą się trzymać cały czas swoich graczy ataku i kierować ich w konkretną stronę.
Important coaching point here. As this cutter runs to use the screen, stay connected, stay on his body. As he comes out, there's no separation. Now, here's your options for your game plan, for your personnel. Lock and trail, whip the screen. You decide at the point of the screen. So now, we've locked and trailed to this point, we're connected, there's no separation. At the point of the screen, let's say he whips the screen. Whip, whip, whip. The communication is he
przeciska się pomiędzy zasłoną, albo biegnie za zawodnikiem. Natomiast jeżeli przepuszcza, to traci kontakt tylko na moment.
So again, as we take a look here, this is well done. He makes his cut, he stays connected, at the point of the screen, whip, 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 he whips it, and now we're trying to deny and push the catch out as far as we can. We will deny to one step past the three-point line. Once he would go further out, we just let him go. Okay? So let's bring it back.
Po wyjściu z zasłony staramy się odciąć zawodnika i odcinamy do jednego kroku za linią za 3. Później pozwalamy już utrzymać.
You're watching the game film from the night before and you see your perimeter player. He's trying to guard the screen, but he's not into the body. And now there's separation. Now he's not on time. You see it and there's no separation. He's trailing the play. So what do we see happen? He tries to shoot the gap, bang! He reads the screen, pass, open shot. Correct it, bring it back. Correct it by saying, do your work early. Get into the body, stay connected, be on time, whip at the point of the screen, and now we're ready to play. Okay?
Ważna sytuacja, jeżeli oglądacie poprzednie spotkanie waszego zespołu i widzicie, że zawodnik nie jest w kontakcie z atakującym, atakujący odczyta sytuację, ucieka do rogu. Poprawiacie, korygujecie tę sytuację, że musi mieć kontakt z zawodnikiem.
The next situation we have will be lock and trail. Let's say we're playing against a great shooter and we want to say, okay, we're going to lock and trail on this guy because we don't want him to catch and shoot any shots from the perimeter. So now, when we lock and trail, we've got contact, we're getting into the body, and this time we're trailing him around the screen. So let's say curl, 13, you're going to curl.
Zakręć. Po zasłonie
Let's say,
zakręć.
just stop right here. You're going to come off here. I'm you. Guard me. Guard me. All right, I'm you for right now. I'm going to come off this screen, and I'm looking to catch it right at the elbow, right in here. Okay? So I want you to catch the ball right here in the elbow. Right? So pass him the ball at the elbow. Right? So now, lock and trail. Get into the body. Chase him around the screen. Okay, ready? Stop right here. We want to see 6 hands on the ball. So Mark, the point guard, he's going to stunt towards the pass. He stunts towards the pass, tries to get in the way, to shrink the floor. There's no driving lane, so Mark stunts.
Pierwsza sytuacja. Teraz omawiamy sytuację z wybitnym strzelcem, którego nie chcemy zobaczyć, jak otrzymuje piłkę i wykonuje rzut. Dlatego podążamy po śladach, jesteśmy znowu w kontakcie. Chcemy zobaczyć 6 rąk na piłce. To znaczy, pierwszy obrońca od rozgrywającego stara się zablokować drogę.
Second thing, here's 2 hands. Second thing, our big is stunting towards the pass, off his man right here.
Wysoki zawodnik, kolejne 2 ręce.
And now our lock and trail defender is working hard to square up the ball. Okay? So let's bring it back. Point guard's got the ball. Let's walk it through to that point.
Trzecia rzecz, obrońca tego zawodnika rzucającego stara się nadgonić i zająć prawidłową pozycję obronną.
Go ahead, lock and trail, elbow catch, we stunt to the ball, and now, as soon as we can square up the ball, we get back to our guys. So you're recovering here. Hold the ball right here. On the weak side, we've got the same situation. Let's say you whip the screen on this side, okay? You're not getting the ball. You're just popping out to get up. I want you to whip the screen. Okay, now, stop right here. When the ball goes away from you, we want you to pull in. So now we would say this defender is our low man. He's going to have basket responsibility. He's right here. He's pulling in. So right here, get to the nail or to the midline. On the back side, this will be our high help. He's pulling into the elbow area right here. We see the ball, we see our man. We're not turning our back blind to our man. High help, low man, pull in.
Po stronie pomocy zawodnicy przesuwają się do środka, to znaczy wysoki gracz spod kosza zajmuje pozycję na środku pola 3 sekund, zawodnik skrzydłowy zajmuje pozycję w okolicach łokcia.
So let's bring it back Okay? Ready to go. Lock and trail, stunt to the ball, and now we gotta be ready to recover. Okay, now, very good. Bring it back this way. Point guard's got the ball. Right here we have our shooter, number 13's coming off. Lock and trail. First situation is something happens to this defender. He's late, he's not on time.
Teraz pierwsza sytuacja, pierwsza zmienna. Coś się stało takiego, że obrońca nie nadążył.
Our first emergency switch situation we call a veer back.
Pierwsza sytuacja, w której on nie nadążył, to jest sytuacja przekazania.
So here's our guard. He's into the body of the cutter. He wants to get on time, but let's just say this guy's smart and he, bam, gives him a butt stop, and now there's separation. Now we're going to come off and curl. Right here, hit him. You're trailing. He's late. He's late. So now we've stunted from the top and we stunt from the big. But this guy tries to turn the corner on the big. The big man, step in, Margins. The big man steps up, he takes the ball, but now the veer back emergency switch, this guard has to recognize and get back and try to fight in between the body of the cutter and the ring. Okay? Go ahead.
W sytuacji przekazania gracz wysoki przyjmuje zawodnika rzucającego, natomiast obrońca, który podążał za strzelcem, stara się zająć bardzo dobrą i walczyć o pozycję z centrum.
Okay, so let's say separate from him, bang, he goes, go. Good, he cuts, now we're late, get through, and now we recover, and we've got an emergency switch situation veer back, okay? We don't want it, but we would rather have the coverage, this guy's covered, than two guys on the ball, and somebody's wide open, okay?
Nie chcemy takiej sytuacji, to jest sytuacja awaryjna, natomiast jesteśmy na nią przygotowani. Nie chcemy, żeby zawodnik rzucał otwarty, dlatego musimy wykonać przekazanie.
So now, the importance of pulling in on the backside. Same situation. Lock and trail. When you lock and trail, we're going to get stuck on a veer back, but now, this big man, you're going to slip right down the lane. Okay? So, here we go. Go ahead. Lock and trail. He curls. Catch it. Hit him. Stop right here. Let's bring it back. Let's say you're caught in between. You can't get back there. You've popped out with the screen on this side. Tomek, our low man, is going to pull in. Now take a look. Here's the situation. The guard is coming off. I'll take the ball. He's coming off, and he's going to try to throw this pocket pass to the big. So, put the ball back here. Our big man has stepped to the ball. He slid right down the lane. So you're here. Tomek, low man. You're seeing the play. You're anticipating. As soon as this ball is passed, if it's in the air, when our big is engaged, pull the trigger. So here's our low man. Pull the trigger. We come over, body him up, square him up, and now, as we recover, we see the post-to-post rotation. I'm coming back down to get a low man. On the weak side, right here. When you see your teammate pull the trigger, you gotta get back and sit on his leg, inside leg right here. As you recover, Marcin is going to kick you out. Go. And now I'm back to my man. Okay? Go ahead, that's a lot.
Dobrze, sytuacja, w której dwóch zawodników jest zaangażowanych przy strzelcu, czyli obrońca i gracz wysoki, a zawodnik, który stawiał zasłony, robił tak zwany slip, czyli uciekał od kosza. Jeżeli jest podanie, Tomka zadaniem jest szybko przejść w rotacji i pokryć zawodnika wysokiego, natomiast skrzydłowego z tej strony, z łokcia, z pomocy, zejście pod koszem.
So again, here we are. We're getting into the body. There's separation. He curls the screen. We lock and trail. He catches the stop. Right now, this is the importance of pulling in. When the ball goes away, pull in. That ball's passed. Rotate. Go ahead. Good. Ball's passed. Go. You see Martin
sytuacji nie mamy żadnych zmian, jeżeli chodzi o zawodników wysokich, zmian zawodników mało. Wysoki jest wysokim, niski jest niskim, czy powodowo zawodnikiem.
Defensive details for the top man, the point guard. Contain the ball, direct the ball weak, and stunt with the pass. Whichever way the pass goes, we're stunting. Get your body in a position where you're shrinking the floor. Big man, three-quarter on the high side. Three-quarter on the high side. Giving your teammate space. Giving two avenues. Whip, lock, and trail.
Pierwsza rzecz. Obrońca rozgrywającego stara się zacieśnić pole jak najbardziej, odskakuje do pobliże pola 3 sekund, pobliże rzutów osobistych. Zawodnik, który broni centra, odcina go w pozycji 3/4. Zawodnik, który broni rzucającego, jest cały czas w kontakcie.
For the perimeter players, it's important. Nose to chest. Get into the body of the cutter and direct the cut.
Dla obrońcy rzucającego nos na wysokości klatki piersiowej i cały czas kontakt.
Stay on time. We're not having separation through the cut, and we want to make our decision to beat the screen at the point of the screen.
Cały czas musimy być uważni, cały czas musimy to robić w odpowiednim czasie, żeby nie zostać rozdzieleni obrońca nie może zostać rozdzielony z zawodnikiem rzucającym.
Let's also emphasize communication. As we're going through the screen, our perimeter player is yelling, whip, 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 or lock, 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 trail, trail, trail. They're communicating to each other so we know. Okay, let's say we go through the play, lock the trail, whip it, whip it, whip it. Again, we're in position when the ball goes away from you. So pass over here, please. We stunt and we pull in from the backside. Stunt and pull in. Again, if you're hugging your man on the weak side, if I'm hugging my man, more space for opponent drives and more space for me to try to help my teammate if there's an emergency situation.
Dwie ważne rzeczy. Pierwsza sprawa to jest komunikacja, bardzo ważna komunikacja. Obrońca udziela cały czas informacji graczowi wysokiemu, czy przechodzi pomiędzy zasłoną, czy idzie po śladach. I druga sprawa to jest strona pomocy. Nie możemy być przyklejeni do zawodników po stronie pomocy, bo to powoduje, że jest bardzo dużo miejsca na penetrację w środku pola.
So now we're going to lock and trail, and what we want to see, hard work from this defender. He works hard to release the stunt guys by recovering and squaring up the ball as fast as possible. Right, so let's go, lock and trail, hit up, stunt, 6 on the ball. Right? Good, and we're back, okay? So let's try this time to curl so you're catching at the elbow. Big man doesn't have to stunt if you're catching it out there. So let's try to put some pressure on these guys. Good, curl it, 6 hands on the ball, ready, big stunt, good, good. Square it up, and we recover to our man. Okay, last part about catch and shoot defense we'll cover right now. This time, 2 and 3, right? 2 and 3. We cut out to the 45. So you're cutting out here to the lane line extended. We're going to feed the post. So you're going to pass the ball to the guy that catches it here. 3/4 to 9 in the post. All right, let's get to that point. Ready? Lock and trail. Whip, 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 whip. Okay, you beat the screen. Good. Stop. Put the ball in the post. All right, now, when we put the ball into the post, right now, our goal post defense, he's 3/4. Now we're getting behind and we're ready to body him up. Right? On the weak side, same situation. We've got our low man, we've got our high help. The point guard in this case is covering the nail. What I want to show you is the cutter. The way we want to play a cutter when the ball goes into the post, again, we're going to get into his body and we are going to try to force him into the traffic right here. Right? We want to force him into the traffic where there's help, where there's players. If possible, this guy may try to beat him wide, right? We want to body him up. Offense goes past least resistance most of the time. If you're body him up here, force it back to the middle. Okay, so let's go through all the way to that point. body up the cutter, send it back to the middle.
Kolejna sytuacja, kiedy piłka trafia do niskiego centra. Zawodnik, który stał w pozycji 3/4 odcinał, po otrzymaniu piłki, obrońca po otrzymaniu piłki przez centra staje za plecami, czyli broni kosza. Strona pomocy zachowuje się tak samo jak w poprzedniej sytuacji. Istotną sprawą jest, czy zagrożeniem istotnym jest w tym momencie ścinający zawodnik z obwodu, którego staramy się kierować do środka, bo tam jest tłok. Tam jest dużo zawodników, którzy mogą pomóc.
Okay, so let's go through, go ahead, ready? Good. Beat the screen, okay, we beat the screen. Ball to the post, square them up, 1-on-1, good, perfect. Okay, well done. So, we can see on this simple defensive possession, every player has detailed responsibility in the circumstance to help the teammate. We've got the veer back emergency switch. We've got pull it in to pull the trigger from the bin. When the ball goes into the post, we know how to handle the circumstances. So this is the point. When a team runs catch and shoot offense, floppy offense against us, we have a foundation, an understanding of what we want to get accomplished on the defensive end.
Jak Państwo zauważyli, każdy z zawodników ma przydzielone role, wie co ma zrobić. Jeżeli zespół przeciwny zagra przeciwko naszej kadrze narodowej taką sytuację, każdy z zawodników wie co ma zrobić i mamy podstawę do tego, żeby obronić taką sytuację.
Try to get this back up here. Okay, so the second thing we're going to talk about is defending angle pick and roll.
Druga sytuacja to jest obrona pick and roll.
Okay, so let's bring our point guard right over here on this side. Let's put our 5-man. You can start on the block down here. On the block. Go ahead on the block. 2 and 3. Let's put our 3-man right here in this corner. 4-man, 15. You're over here. Let's put a guard up here up top. That's fine. 13's here. You can be in the corner. Right? So, angle pick and roll. We want to show you this because you can see different sides of the floor. First thing, contain the ball up top. We're containing the basketball. Again, we want to try to keep the ball as much on the side as possible, so we'll say, guard, take away, sit on his inside shoulder in this case, and keep the ball to the sideline as best we can.
Pierwsza sprawa to jest obrona gracza z piłką. Chcemy, żeby cały czas obrońca przeszkadzał atakującemu i w tym wypadku chcemy, żeby spychał go jak najbliżej linii bocznej.
Let's just say for now, we're communicating which way we're directing the ball, so we'll have Mara point in this direction. Everyone knows which way he's sending the ball or trying to send it.
W tej chwili obrońca zawodnika z piłką pokazuje, w którym kierunku spycha, po to, żeby reszta drużyny wiedziała, jak się zachować.
Wings in the corner. We say, corner fill, telling our teammate there's a player here in the ball side corner.
Dalej następną rzeczą jest komunikacja, czyli zajęcie rogu. Obrońca informuje, że w rogu jest zawodnik po to, żeby obrońca gracza z piłką również wiedział, co się dzieje na boisku.
I like these guys to be even, so we'll say even corner fill. If I'm even with this player, even after a quick stunt, if I'm even, there's very little chance he's going to beat me on a backdoor cut.
Trener jest zwolennikiem, żeby być w jednej linii z graczem w rogu, ponieważ jeżeli jesteśmy troszeczkę wyżej, to grozi nam ryzyko obiegnięcia za plecy.
On the backside, this is our ultimate help. He is our low man. He's saying low man, ultimate helper. On the top side, this is our high help. He's going to pull in to the nail. He's right here at the nail. Okay? So now here comes our 5. Our 5 is going to come in to set this screen. On ball, pick and roll. Okay? All right, now stop right here. Right? Here's what we say. With our 5, we want this to be an ice situation. I'm sorry, green situation. Where flat show ice on the side of the floor. So here comes the ball screen. We're directing him, stop. We say to the on-ball defender, get into the ball. Just like we got into the body
sytuacji chcemy, aby to była obrona zielona, tak jest nazywana. I tak jak w poprzedniej sytuacji, w pierwszym rzut, chcemy, żeby obrońca cały czas miał kontakt z spychał zawodnika kozującego.
What we want to see from this defender is knifing over the top of his screen when possible and squaring up the ball as quickly as we can. So let's say Marek,
jeżeli się uda, chcemy, żeby się przebił przed zasłoną i zajął pozycję obrony.
With your five can be either up to touch, or he's back in the place where he's just plugging the gap.
Piątka ma dwa rozwiązania. Albo jest blisko i ma kontakt ręką z zawodnikiem ataku, albo wycofuje się i stoi w pomocy troszeczkę niżej.
Times to have your big up to touch when this is a great pick and pop shooting big, or when this guard struggles with ball pressure in pick and roll.
Dwie sytuacje, kiedy obrońca wysoki jest blisko swojego gracza. Pierwsza sytuacja, kiedy gracz wysoki jest bardzo dobrym strzelcem za 3 i robi pick and pop, czyli odskakuje na linię za 3. A druga sytuacja wtedy, kiedy zawodnik z piłką nie radzi sobie przy presji, przy podwojeniu.
Now, our weak side, low man, high help. Let's say this five, when he's in his green, he's coached to plug the gap, be as wide and big as he can, and drop straight down the lane line if this guy tries to turn the corner.
Zawodnik wysoki, jeżeli jest głębiej w pomocy, ma zadanie być jak najszerszy, jak największy, czyli sięgać jak największą przestrzeń i wycofywać się w przypadku penetracji zawodnika z piłką.
So now, our guard is going to get hung up on the screen. Come off the screen, they do a great job, set the screen, okay now. Same situation, we can have our veer back occur. Our big tries to take the ball, and our guard now sees he's got the coverage, I'm trying to get inside and make this guy roll to the basket through my body. Okay, so Mark, get it out here. So we veer back. We don't want to, but this is emergency switch example.
W sytuacji przekazania, tak jak widać w tej chwili, zawodnik wysoki ma za zadanie przeszkadzać, próbować może wybić piłkę zawodnikowi z piłką, natomiast obrońca rozgrywającego stara się zablokować drogę wysokiemu i wysoki musi z nim wejść pod kosz, musi go przepchnąć.
So if five is trying to dive to the rim, we're binding him up. We say, stunt and stay from the ball side corner. We are not leaving the strong side corner. Our help comes from the back side. So right here, we're going to stunt to try to close the gap, but we know we're recovering.
Obrońca w rogu stara się krótko pomóc, czyli stanąć na drodze zawodnika z piłką, ale ma świadomość, że w rogu jest strzelec, więc musi szybko do niego wrócić.
And what we say is, load up on your inside foot on your stunt and make it like a V cut as we run out to the corner. Okay? So we're stunt and stay. On this back side, our low man. Here comes our low man. We see our teammate is beat. We step in. As soon as he steps in and engages the ball, our high help now is in a position where he's got to take either of these plays, right? If you see the basket cut, you're ready to take him. But let's say you pass the ball to the corner. That's it. Now, you're taking the first pass here, and we are Xing out. So you're popping out to take this guy right here. And we'll try to switch back on his backside. Let's say 5-man dives down. 5-man dives down. And now we switch on the backside of the back. Okay? Right? Let's bring it back to the beginning. So what do we see? Ball side, screen, step up. Green, we can be up to touch or plugging the gap. 5, drop straight down the lane line to challenge. Corner, ball side, stunt and stay. Weak side, low man, ultimate help. we bring the team into pick and roll coverage and swing the ball. So throw over 13. And now, we're trying to create a pick and roll that's not on time with the four-man stepping up on the backside. So four, you're coming up on this side. Step up. Now, look at all the space. What do we do? We got to pull in. Five-man, you're diving to the block. So we work out. Who's the low man? Is the five the low man? Or does he stay high and you become the low man, right? Let's just say for now you go to the block. Let's set it up like this. So five is the low man. You're going to sit on his top right. Good. Mara comes into the nail. And now, we've got a step-up screen. On time. We stay connected. Now what we say? Just like we have nose to chest. Now, we're chest to back.
Taka sama nowa sytuacja, zachowanie obrońcy, czyli czwórki w tym wypadku. Tak jak zawodnik broniący strzelca miał nos na wysokości klatki piersiowej, w tej chwili jego zadaniem jest być za plecami zawodnika ataku.
On ball, direct, no reject. He's directing the ball into the screen. He is not allowing the player to reject the screen away.
Obrońca kozującego nie pozwala mu wrócić na środek boiska, czyli zamyka mu środek.
We say, get into the ball and knife over the top of the screen. Right? So now, stop right here. Here's the point. This four-man, I'll take your spot for a second. He's chest to back, and he is going to step out and show. We say this is a show 45 on the step up, because if he showed flat, there's too much space to recover. Show 45, knife over, slide between. We want the show to reroute the ball. Just let it go. Reroute it. Reroute it. You're not going. Reroute it. You're going to recover. And now as he pops, right? You are running back, hands high. We're stunting from the nail on the top side on the step up pick and pop. Okay? Just try to walk through that right now. Put the ball back to the point guard. Here we go. So we pull in, engage the pick and roll, engage it. Good. And now swing it.
Przerzuć.
Good. And now step up, on time. Step out. Good. Recover. Stunt. And now you've got to square him up as you recover. Good. And we play. Okay? Good. So, I think that's time. Okay. So, we've seen two situations that we want our team to be ready to defend. So, in summary, to talk about what we've seen, when you think about building your defensive situations, what are the most basic situations your opponent plays?
To są podstawowe sytuacje, jakie może grać zespół przeciwny.
From those situations, how do you want your team to stop them?
Z tych sytuacji, jak byś chciał, żeby twój zespół je powstrzymał?
What are your basic coverages for pick and roll, low post, dribble handoff, and screen?
Detale, w jaki sposób powstrzymywać pick and rolla, podanie, czy tam zasłonę z ręki do ręki i tego inne sytuacje.
Once you answer these questions, organize your thoughts, organize it into your system, defensive system, and then figure out how you want to drill it and coach it.
Musicie Państwo sobie zadać te pytania, jak rozwiązać tego typu sytuacje, jak chcecie, żeby Wasz zespół je rozwiązał.
Dziękuję, thank you, and I appreciate you guys paying attention. Hopefully it can be something very positive for you. Okay? Dziękuję. More later.